Hi, Desert Hot Springs, Scott Mattis, your mayor, coming to you with a monthly update. Some things to update you on is we've been talking a lot about traffic safety here in the city of Desert Hot Springs. You're going to see quite a few surveyors out there in certain parts of the city surveying the streets for the projects that are going to actually take place here real soon. So the first project is on Palm Drive between Camino Aventura and Two Bunch Palms. That's the lighting project. New crosswalks, new sidewalks, new traffic calming devices such as lane changes and pedestrian safety zones, those types of things. We recently had a tragedy in the city of Desert Hot Springs. We've talked a lot with the parents and the family of that tragedy that took place here in Desert Hot Springs, and they came up with some ideas that we're actually implementing into this new program that we've been working for a while here in Desert Hot Springs. So you'll see some new signage, and then one of the intersections that wasn't going to be part of the plan will actually be part of the plan with crosswalks and lighting in the future. You'll also see some surveying going on in Desert Hot Springs, more in the middle of the city. So from Pearson to Hacienda, this is a $2 million grant that the city received a year and a half ago from Coachella Valley Association of Governments, and we're working towards finishing that project also. In the future, we actually looking at everything from I-10 all the way to Mission Lakes Boulevard on Palm Drive. They're studying every intersection along there to see how we can enhance safety along that corridor. Some of the other things that are going on, some of you might have paid attention to the last council meeting. The city council approved a motor cop here in Desert Hot Springs. Some of the biggest complaints is that motorists drive too fast down Palm Drive and other streets. The city of Desert Hot Springs has been working on grants for about 2 years with the Department of Homeland Security and others, and we just haven't received those grants. So the city of Desert Hot Springs is being proactive, taking the steps to purchase the motor for the cop who's been trained to be a motor officer here in Desert Hot Springs. New City Hall. A lot of people have talked about the new City Hall being built at the corner of Palm and Pearson, and when will it be built? Well, we've been doing a lot of the undergrounding for the infrastructure, and in May of this year, we're actually going to break ground. The construction bids have been put out, and they're awarding the bid here real soon, and once that bid is awarded, we're actually going to have a groundbreaking ceremony at the corner of Palm and Pearson for the new 10,000 square foot building that will be built for the City Hall. So look forward to that in May coming soon. You can follow us on Facebook and find out when that date's going to be happening. And let me pass it off to Gary Gardner, our Human Rights Committee chairperson.
Hello, I'm Gary Gardner, and I've been asked by Mayor Scott Mattis to reconstitute and start up a Mayor's Committee on Human Rights here in the city of Desert Hot Springs. Our goal of this committee will be to work with residents and businesses in the city to make sure that the laws governing housing and employment and discrimination are fairly enforced within the city, and if residents who feel that they have been discriminated have an ear that will listen to them and help them in overcoming those cases, and if needed be, filing complaints with the California Department of Fair Housing and Employment. If you're interested in serving on this committee, please drop an email to Mayor Mattis at the address on the screen, and he and I will go over those and hopefully find 5 to 6 community people who would like to serve on the committee with us, and get that committee up and running again by the summer of this year.
And now you can hear from Alan and Jennifer, our Education Committee chairs.
Hi, I'm Alan Rugai.
And I'm Jennifer Rugai, and together we are the new co-chairs of the Education Committee of Desert Hot Springs.
Jennifer and I have lived most of our lives here in the Coachella Valley and moved to Desert Hot Springs just under 3 years ago.
And in those 3 years, we noticed a lot of positive changes occurring in our city, and we decided we wanted to become more actively involved.
Especially in education. We currently have 3 children attending Cabot Elementary School.
I became secretary of Cabot PTA and recently VP of leadership of the Palm Springs PTA Council, which oversees all of the PTAs in the Coachella Valley.
Because of our active interest in education, we met Sam Messler and Frank Elmore, creators of the Education Committee of Desert Hot Springs. We soon found ourselves being groomed to take on the reins and feel honored to receive the torch from those 2 gentlemen.
Alan and I will work closely with Mayor Mattis and the Education Committee members,
along with everyone actively interested in improving education within our community.
You can like the Education Committee's Facebook, and you can find the link on my website. Irene Rodriguez is the director for Cabot's Museum, and she has a few words about Earth Day.
Cabot's Pueblo Museum has the opportunity to collaborate with the Choir Council of Desert Hot Springs High School, and where they're presenting a unity project for the whole community. It's about how there are similarities among each of us and then be installing it around April the 18th, and it's going to be an art installation that you could be part of it. So it's really going to get started April the 20th, and it'll be up until April 29th, and you should be able to come on the 29th between 3 and 4, where the choir will have a closing ceremony. Don't forget, come and enjoy Cabot's Pueblo Museum, be either taking a tour or coming and enjoying the grounds. On April 22nd, we have Earth Day, and then of course, if you like, come and join us for Evening at the Pueblo on May 19th.
And for our next big announcement here in Desert Hot Springs, we have a Best Western Plus being developed on this lot here. And why this lot is so famous is this is where the first spa in Desert Hot Springs was ever built, Coffee Spa. A lot of you know at the corner of 8th and Palm, you know that this lot's been empty for many, many years. Well, a development group here in the Los Angeles area came in and they bought the lot, and they're developing Best Western Plus, 86 rooms, conference space, pools, and for overnight guests and day guests. So we're excited with the tax revenue to be coming from this project. Look for the groundbreaking sometime at the end of this year. And last is we dedicated a street to Dr. Brian McDaniel. Dr. Brian McDaniel has been in our community teaching music for many, many years. He started at the high school, he's moved on to Painted Hills Middle School, and he was actually Riverside County Teacher of the Year last year, and then voted as State Teacher of the Year for California. He was also a nominee for National Teacher of the Year. So we wanted to name a street after him in our community. So at the corner of Jalisco and Sonora, in the northern part of the city, next to Painted Hills Middle School where he works, we made the honorary street name Dr. Brian McDaniel. And if you see him in the community, thank him for all his service. Desert Hot Springs, we'll see you next month.